This is World Combat Sports. Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in. This is your UFC 227 post-fight analytics by one and only Scotty White. Now, for those of you fight fans that tuned in, it was an epic moment. We seen the flyweight titan Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson be dethroned by Henry Cejudo in a 5-round contention, who the judges seen in a split decision favor and that of Cejudo. I'm going to let you hear a little snippet of those post-fight scores.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Ron McCarthy scores the contest, 48-47, Cejudo. Marcos Rosales scores it, 48-47, Johnson. And Sal Diablo scores the contest, 48-47 for the winner. And
So there you have it, fight fans. The exhilaration that goes through hearing the and new, it kind of sits differently for every fight fan. You understand? I mean, for those who was Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson fight fans, who was a titan at the flyweight division for such an extensive period of time, now heard the fans of Henry Cejudo, who might add, let's halo, his accolades. This is a Olympic gold medal champion, who transitioned over to MMA and at this point has been fine tuning his striking skills. High level striker, to the point of what we've seen here in this particular bout. He has proved so much since his entry into the UFC. And not to mention that these two have also met before, where Demetrious Johnson was able to render a stoppage on Henry Cejudo due to knee strikes. Since then, Cejudo went back in the gym, pushed forward, revamped and polished his striking skills, watched film, mediated accordingly to the changes that need to happen to his skill set, and returned. You have to give credit. You have to provide a salute to Henry Cejudo and his team for going in there and doing a job that seemed impossible for so many. And when I say impossible, we're talking about Demetrious Johnson and his 11 title defenses. That is absolutely phenomenal. It's one of the most impeccable history making that will go down in the annals of the flyweight division in the UFC. And to most fight fans, Demetrious Johnson is considered somewhat the GOAT of that particular organization and the genre of combat sports being MMA. He is pretty much dominated. Now, to all those who reign atop any division or reign as champion, we know it come an epoch where you meet that challenger who has all the tools on that night and is the better fighter. And that was yesterday, the 4th of August, and we seen the Henry Cejudo come in there with a strategy that worked effectively to have him earn those favor in the scores from the judges. Now, of course, some are saying that, it can be a slight controversy in that, but guess what? It happened. The record will stand. The decision will be as it is. It stops at 11 for Johnson. And now Henry Cejudo takes to him. Now we're curious to see if, for one, a trilogy will maturate at some point in time in the near future between these two, being that this was their second contention at the flyweight division. So that would be very interesting to see. Or will Henry Cejudo just basically project his interest to that of the bantamweight champion, who also defended his championship against Cody Garbrandt, and that was T.J. Dillashaw. These fighters are daring to be great, and I would say, not to mention, going against, a fighter that should have been active but wasn't active, and Conor McGregor. He became a 2-division champ simultaneously. Okay, he was able to complete that feat. And now you have other fighters trying to emulate that same achievement. And that's what Henry Cejudo did when his post-fight comments. He mentioned that a fight with T.J. Dillashaw would be something that's in his lens, an optic that he would choose to put himself in position to try to make. So that would be good if he believes he's ready for T.J. Dillashaw, and if T.J. feels that he's ready for Cejudo, it would make for a great bout, because that's kind of, you know, like I love reflecting on fighters and their history, their comments. And at one point in time, Dillashaw was making a wave in the MMA media and calling out Demetrious Johnson, who is a very small, you know, type of opponent to have in the bantamweight division at 135. He would be the smaller guy if he was to ever face T.J. Dillashaw at 135. But not so much for Henry Cejudo now. Henry Cejudo, he will make that size disparity smooth out much easier than Demetrious Johnson. And if that bout is made, the significance will be absolutely superb. I mean, it would be an excellent matchup skill-wise. I'm not one to say at this point how will it play out. I just really have to assess, you know, this fight, review it, you know, a little bit more, break it down, critique it. And also, it's not much to critique with T.J. Dillashaw. I pretty much know him very well as far as his performances and everything. So he was able to knock out Cody Garbrandt in the first round. So it's not much to critique with Dillashaw. He is a well-rounded striker. No doubt about it. T.J. Dillashaw has taken his fight game to another level. He is a two-time bantamweight champion. And you can't say enough about his improvement. His coach, Dwayne Ludwig. You know, due to controversy, they have weathered the storm, walked out unscathed, and that's the way it's supposed to be in the heat of battle. That's the way it is. You know what I'm saying? You don't expect to be in a genre of combat sports and it should be all glorified. That goes in and outside your fighting domain. The kingdom runs rampant with individuals that are looking, that are salivating, who are hungry for their next contention. And once they make it up the food chain, they're looking to eat at the top. And everybody wants to eat at the top. You know why? Because that particular lucrative purse is there waiting. If you're able to earn, you know, that position and feed your family in a different type of way, then do it. If you're able to go up there and earn a championship and make that nice settlement as far as your the stipend that you earned and put you in a whole nother pay scale, then why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? So, action-packed card on the MMA spectrum. It was a very entertaining night, and you know, you win some, and then, you know, the other nights you look at it's just something you have to ponder when you have that downtime. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna use a cliche terminology. I just stay away from that. You win some. And then there's other nights where there are many variations, you know what I'm saying? And the volume that changes up everything. So I believe, you know, that's a little bit about what happened in this situation, you know, with Demetrious Johnson and Henry Cejudo. Team Cejudo had the plan. They had the strategy. They had the fuel. And they executed efficiently. So you got to give a salute to them. No doubt about it. There you have it, fight fans. We have a new flyweight champion, and that is Henry Cejudo. Turn up and tune in. This is World Combat Sports. Be sure to follow me on all social media outlets, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube channel. Be sure to smash that like button and that bell icon, and please subscribe. And just for note, I'm building my members. I need more participation, and I'm encouraging those who listen to the content and enjoy what you're hearing. Please pass the word, and tell others to join so I can get my likes up. We live in an era where social media progression is everything, where you can be applying for something, okay, and you have all the skill set, but the notoriety for some reason have these individuals looking at your Facebook account and Instagram and Twitter. And they go out there and they say, well, you only have so many of these likes or what have you. Get your likes up. I never heard that before so much until this era. So if you can do me a favor and, subscribe to the YouTube channel and the likes, and also the Facebook group, World Combat Sports, and my page on there, the same, World Combat Sports. Like the page, join the group, submit your content. Hey, it's much appreciated as always. I'm grateful for the teamwork, and we shall talk again. Be sure to turn up and tune in.